It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Right when we talked about it.
Outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive. So having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Steve King Foundation for everything that they have done for me. This last Sunday, I got to turn laps in my modified here. That was my first laps back in a race car since the accident, and I truly believe that if it wasn't for the Steve King Foundation, I wouldn't be able to do that or be where I'm at today.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and well, I'm just going to be honest with you. Damn those commercials. I'm excited, man. They got an excited Shaggy. The boys finally showed up for me. We got a 16-car field, and, man, you know, I'm telling you, I call it how it is. And you know, man, you get an excited me on Monday nights when I'm in here for Marty. Excited on Wednesdays when Blake and Dino are storming through the field. But Thursdays, man, it's been a little bit of a drag. I've put the call out there for people trying to get them to show. And, man, they finally answered the dang bell here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are, man, it is going to be a good one here at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55, man. I just, well, you heard me talking to Adam. If you were here watching, I just got the living heck beat out of me by the boys. I was so slow that, well, I mean, you know, Dino and them, they kick picking on me a little bit when I hopped in their Discord after to apologize. But I don't know if there's an inch of wall I didn't hit out there with that big block. I just, man, Shaggy lost his touch here a little bit. I have to get some more seat time in those things if I want to be competitive and play around with the FTM gang. Right now, Trevor Giroux at the top of the charts. The mayor, Steve Bixler, P2. Mr. Excitement, P3, Matt Barber. Sam Bachman, fourth, and hit him with the Hind. Mason
All right,
Hind.
boys, welcome to the Pro Late Model Division brought to you by ShaggyTV. You're going to go 30 laps here.
This is what happens when you turn it on.
All normal rules apply.
You want to hear people talk while you race. And, you know, maybe you're dumb and you forget to turn it off. Maybe that was what happened. But hey, it's off now. Everything's smooth and, well, Anthony, always keeping it adult and PC here. What's going on, Ron? I see Ron out there watching here, and appreciate you tuning in. Man, there were a lot of people watching about 10, 15 minutes ago. It died off here. You guys, they missed it, Ron. They're used to that small show, just not seeing the boys doing their thing. And, man, only a couple people are going to get treated to a good one here tonight. And hopefully my neighbors don't hate me. I had clicked off the AC because it got a little cold here in Pennsylvania today. It was only down in the 50s, and now that I'm in this freaking sweat box of a computer station, it's starting to get hot. That nice cool breeze feels better, and the checkered flag, man, that may be what's blowing through my window here. He's putting off a breeze. We're ready to go play here. Qualifying about set to kick off. Let's see who pulls out on the racetrack first. It's looking like it's already who I had the camera on. Chase Matsko, the man who was out there running around by himself. So he should be good on the racetrack, or at least know how the racetrack's handling at this point in time. Let's see what he does in the 26. Chase coming off. This is going to complete lap number 1. What time does he have? A 12:72. But Mr. Excitement doing just that. Top of the charts. But not for long. Trevor Giroux takes over his teammate Scott Rayomo out of. But man, Mr. Excitement right back to the top. Matt Barber at the pole. Anthony Morano. Now William Watson. Man, nobody wants this thing. They're playing hot potato at the top. But it's looking like the 23 there of William Watson. So far at the top, Adam Flieger, the man who called the last 2 races. P6, he's representing for the broadcasters here tonight. I'll tell you, I really dropped that ball. But, oh, Sammy. The Sam Akonda in the 007. Man, look at how white that thing is, Sammy. You got the whiteout scheme going on. Mike Brewer out here. What kind of time did he just put in? P6. And that's going to do it for qualifying. William Watson, Sam Bachman, Anthony Morano, Matt Barber, and Chase Matsko, your top 5. We'll get set here. Let's take a look. I'll show you guys. There you go. 5 seconds till qualifying was over. So we're about set. Going to get ready to take a look at the starting grid for heat race number 1, sponsored by none other than your boy here, ShaggyTV. Got this one tonight. Row 4 to the outside, the 051 of Putt Putt Clay Christofferson to the inside, Blackjack in the 21, John Tobias. Row 3 to the outside, the 79 of Dino, Dean Reynolds to the inside, the 75 of the mayor, Steve Bixler. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 23 of William Watson to the inside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Row 1 for heat race number 1. Winner starts on the pole for tonight's A main to the outside, the 26 of Chase Matsko. And starting on the pole, the 444 of Scott Rayone. It's like we need to do a in-between features sometimes. It's not even consistent either. That's the craziest thing. But we get ready to go play here. 8 laps to get it done here at the I-55 Raceway. Steve King Foundation pace truck pulls off. Green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Scott Rayone drops the hammer, and it's time to go play. Little contact between him and the 26 of Chase Matsko, and that opens the door for the Ant-Man. Shrinks down, takes the lead on the inside. Bart. Why do I keep calling him Willie? That's Bart. Bart on the inside in the 23. We're 3 wide. Scott Rayone to the inside, and we got 3 wide back here as well. William Watson not letting up here. Trying to get on it in that 23, trying to take a peek. Doesn't want to let that 32 get out in the open. Looking low through 3 and 4, but Anthony got a run off of 4. 5 to go, and Anthony Morano almost going to need to make a mistake if William Watson wants to find a way on by. As Putt-Putt working up top. That's the mayor, Steve Bixler, down low in the basement. But Clay, maybe it was close. May have got him at the line, but Williams still hunting for the lead. Bottom through 3 and 4. 3 to go this time by. Not a lot of time to play. Williams got to make his move. He's got to go hard here. It's almost even in the center, but Anthony with a huge run off the top, and now Scott Rayone feeling the pressure from the 26 of Chase Matsko, but we're almost out of time. White flag, set the wave, side by side for the lead, but Anthony holding his ground. William, can he make a run here? This is as close as he's been. Big send into 3, but he's going to keep it on the bottom as they come across the line. Anthony Morano wins heat race number 1. Bart comes in P2. Scott Rayone comes home in 3rd. Matsko 4th. Putt-Putt 5th. Reynolds 6th. Tobias 7th. And the mayor coming home 8th. We take a look at the starting grid here. Heat race number 2. Row 4 to the outside. The 6 of Corey Schartzer to the inside. The 00 of D.V. Runkle. Row 3 to the outside, the 89 of Hit 'em with the Hind, Mason Hind to the inside, the Philly Flyer in the 075, Trevor Giroux. Row 2 to the outside, the 007 of the Sam Akonda, Sam Bachman to the inside, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Row 1 to the outside, the 390 of Mike Brewer, and starting on the pole, the Flieger Farm 38 of Adam Flieger. Remember, winner of heat race number 2 starts on the outside of the front row for tonight's Pro Late Model feature. I believe going 30 laps here. Don't hold me to that, but it should be a 30-lap showdown. We roll around for the final time. Adam Flieger. Prime Real Estate starting on the pole. Can he hold it down, or can Mike Brewer rally around the outside with help of the Brew Crew? We got Uncle Ronnie out there tonight as he's set to see that green flag fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. We've got 8 to play. Mike Brewer trying to get it, but he just lost the rear end coming off a 2. And Adam Flieger, he's got any line of his choices. Mr. Excitement making it exciting. A little contact there for the lead. Adam holds on, gets sideways through 1 and 2. Mike Brewer to the outside. He's pinched up into the wall. Anthony Morano, man. That is not Anthony. That is the Anthony Morano inspired paint scheme. Sam Dangu with the same colors twinning out there. But man, I guess you run those colors. Guys in front of you make contact, open up the door for you, because Sam started 4th, up the 2nd. May have a chance at the lead here unless Adam can find some grip and start getting this thing here together. Sam looking to the inside, battle on behind. Trevor Giroux taking a peek here. They're 3 wide for third. Sam Bachman playing Mr. Nice Guy here, really checking up, but now he's to the inside. Does he make his move? Flieger slides up in front of Mr. Excitement. Barber uses the fenders, has to, no choice. He's going to lose a spot possibly. As there, Mike Brewer, he had snuck through there on up the P2, back where he started. Now, can he go to work here? The answer is, I don't know. Not a lot of time. White flag waves. You watch him roll the bottom through 1 and 2. Right in line, and Sam Bachman, with nothing to worry about, takes the checkered flag in heat race number 2. Mike Brewer second. Mr. Excitement third, Adam Flieger fourth, Trevor Giroux fifth, Mason Hines sixth, D.V. Runkle seventh, and Corey Schartzer with the no call. You should know the deal by now. I'm supposed to go to commercial. This one. Pay the bills around here for this one. We're staying right here. We'll hang out. Starter cam, maybe float around in some different views. I'll mute myself, grab a drink, stick here. We're not going to go that full 5 minutes. It'll just be, they should advance it at the 2-minute mark. They've been doing that. We got 30 laps to go play here, so don't go anywhere. Stick around. See here, I parked this in the entry of turn 3. Not many guys. That was one of the first 2 that kind of entered the same line. You see, they're all using their own. I mean, there is a top side, but there's an extreme top side. There's kind of coming in the slick, rolling up and hitting that cushion. All sorts of different lines. And, well, that's going to be interesting here, lap 1. Because, you know, everybody bumper to bumper. That's when you got to kind of watch out. You don't know when those guys in front of you will lift, where they're making up time, where you're losing time. Got to watch your butt. Anthony Morano, no surprise at the top of the chart. Mike Brewer, P2. Trevor Gehrig's there, the Philly Flyer in the 75 machine. Bringing up third. Advance it. Personally, I don't care if they do. They may let it go the whole 5 minutes. Anthony, honestly, he's out on the track there. No. Oh, no, I would have been okay with it. Trevor doing a good job. Didn't want to damage that thing, you know. Wants to run the same race car. Smart thinking there by the Philly Flyer. As we get set to take a look here at our starting grid. Maybe. There we go. Roll Row 8 to the outside, the 6 of Corey Schartzer to the inside, the 75 of the Mayor, Steve Bixler. Row 7 to the outside, the 00 of D.V. Runkle to the inside, the 21 of Blackjack, John Tobias. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 89 of Mason Hine to the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Row 5 to the outside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer to the inside, the 051 of Putt Clay Christopherson. Row 8 to the top shelf, the 38 of Adam Flieger to the inside, the 26 of Chase Matsko. Row 3 to the top shelf, Mr. Excitement in the 16, Matt Barber to the inside, the 444 of Scotty Rayone. Row 2 to the outside, Mike Brewer in the 390 to the inside, the 23 of his teammate, Bart William Watson. Row 2 for tonight's ShaggyTV Pro Late Model Feature, or row number 1, for tonight's ShaggyTV Pro Late Model Feature to the outside, the 007 of the Sam Akonda, Sam Bachman, starting on the pole, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, as the Steve King Foundation pace truck pulls off. The green flag's high. It's ready to fly. We've got 30 laps to play in the clay at I-55 Raceway. Good jump there for the Ant-Man on the inside. William Watson trying to grab the rope and use the tow. Here's he takes a peek on the inside. Sam Bachman trying to mount the horses on the high side. Can he get him galloping? He's got momentum, and now Anthony maybe sniffing some pressure here. Going to go to the top side and shut it down. As you see, man, we're racing. Dino's got a good view of some 3 wide. Mr. Excitement was on that top shelf. Putt on the bottom. Chase in the middle. Now Dino trying to get a piece of that 26. Is the battle on here? Sam Bachman able to easily get done with P2. William was kind of flirting there, but seems like he's not dominant. We're going to go trackside here. Oh, you saw Clay Christopherson there beating and banging with Mr. Excitement himself. Matt Barber on that top shelf. Let's get a good view of this. Matt trying to hold off Putt. He's got some cars in front of him, though, so he's got to woe the horses. Scotty slides up in front of him, coming out of 4. Matt Barber trying to build up enough steam here to get to the outside, but right now, it's just one of those things where Scott Rayome is absolutely owning him. I mean, he's just running the middle of the racetrack, and he floats up high enough on exit that Barber, if he wants to get this done, he's almost going to have to dime in the center of the corner. Cut underneath the 4 just like that. Oh, Mr. Excitement and Putt going to follow him. Scott Rayome finds the wall, and that allows Matt Barber to do exactly that. Cut under, throw a slide job, move Mr. Excitement on up into the top 5 as we check on our battle for the lead. Sam Bachman close to Anthony, but not close enough to really take the swing here as we ride on board. First caution, Chase Matsko, you can see him go around. I can't tell who the D.V. Runkle, that was the 00, ended up getting caught up in that. Let's take a look. Let's see what happened. It started, I believe, with the 26 of Chase Matsko. Is that left front already a little bent up? I bet you he was doing some of what I was doing out there, getting into that inside wall. But, hey, let it be known here, he gets some help from Mason Hine there in the 89. Chase Matsko, nothing he could do. Adam Flieger able to just get around. Now here, oh, man, that's tough for DV. You know, I mean, nothing he could have done there either. I know it's not fun, but you got to sit there. You got to wait for the field to kind of clear out around you. Field's frozen in dirt, so you're not going to go a lap down. Worry about going a lap down. Let's see, they're already doubled up. Steve King Foundation pace truck off. We're back ready to play. Good jump from the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. As Sam Bachman trying to use... I thought he was going to try to use the middle. That's why I held my breath there, but he went to the top shelf, and Mike Brewer going to try to follow him there. He's got that 39 ripping it down. Now, this is interesting. Kind of a combo line. You see Brewer really had to check up. You see the nose go down. It means he's getting on the brakes. He's not even checking up there. You'd see it lift up. I mean, get the nose crushed down towards the ground. He had to get on the binders. Some of the guys liked in the bottom, apparently, 1 and 2. And now Mike Brewer, he gets a way bigger run coming down the backstretch, and then they want to go up there and run the high side. So Brewer kind of having to react to this a little bit, but that's all a part of racing. And Adam Flieger, man, I thought he was going to go around. He's able to catch it in that 38. That looked like a driver on by. Plenty of time, but you know, I mean, nothing. Anthony could have done nothing, but that VR issue, the last thing they want to do is take out some teammates here again. So these boys going to have to play nice. They know that. And Sam, man, he is close because he is feeling the pressure from that 390 of Mike Brewer, man. If he's got anything, he's got to go. He's taking a peek on the inside. Lap car getting out of the way. Blackjack John Tobias doing a great job of not interfering in this thing. But it is absolutely on. Mike Brewer to the outside. He's trying to steal second from his teammate. Give it to Brewer at the line. What's it look like coming out of 2? Mike Brewer still got it, doing what he can do on that top shelf. But he's going to have to get off of it if he wants to take a shot at this lead, because Anthony Morano protecting. He gets loose center of the corner. This is Brewer's chance. Slider keeps it in the center. Brewer playing nice, and now Sam Bachman, is he going to try to strike back? Sam, this is where he could make him pay, but he plays Mr. Nice Guy here, and like I say, that's a case of, and I respect it, but teammates being nice. If I'm in the 32 and Mike Brewer is in P2, he is throwing a slider across my nose, and you can't blame him for it because there's a little mistake. That was his chance. I don't know how many more opportunities he's going to have. Not a lot of sand left in the hourglass as we roll off of 4, 3 to go. William Watson feeling the pressure from Mr. Excitement. Matt Barber goes around the outside. He takes over P4. 2 fingers in the air, 2 trips around. Mike Brewer, can he find a way around his teammate? Or can the Ant-Man Anthony Morano hold on? As the white flag getting ready to fly, 1 lap to go. Anthony Morano, no stranger to victory lane, and I think we're going to be talking to him there one more time. Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Give it to the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Mike Brewer, P2, and the Sam Akonda rounding out the podium. Mr. Excitement 4th. Bart coming home 5th. Dino 6th. Putt-Putt 7th. Scott Rayom 8th. Adam Flieger 9th. And Chase Matsko rounds out the top 10. Boy, oh boy, they did not disappoint. That was a good one. Dino paying his respects there to the FTM podium. Look at that 79. Maybe he just wanted it on camera. Who knows? Either way, smart move, Dino. Smart move, Dino. Go back here. We'll try to see if we can't get a word here with the driver of the 007. You know the deal. Cover your ears whenever I do pull them in. You're going to hear that whip crack. There it is. There it is. Sammy, man. How do you feel? I know you probably wanted P2, but, man, your teammate snookered you there while you were trying to go to the bottom, battling for the lead. But still, full FTM podium, gotta feel good.
Yeah, it's always nice to see all the FTM guys get on the podium, but probably be a little happier if I could have got a little better run on the bottom and passed Anthony. It's always puts a nice smile on my face when I can do that. But he ran a good race, and yeah, it was a pretty good race.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nothing, that's just the technology part of the world. But after last race, you guys weren't going to do anything crazy. You want to keep that podium. But do you think a slide job would have been the only thing to get it done? It just seemed like, man, there was nothing left on the bottom to try to complete the pass down there the whole way.
Yeah, it was gonna probably take a pretty deep slider. I know Mike tried doing it one time and he backed out of it, but Anthony, he's like, you should have sent that thing, and but
I'm
it would
so
have
glad
probably
you said
taken.
that, Sam, because on the broadcast, okay, dude, I love when you've. Oh man, thank you for saying that. Because I'm telling you, if I'm sitting in that car, Mike, if I'm sitting in Anthony's car and I'm not his teammate, Mike sends that thing on me in 3 and 4. Man, I said that in
Yeah.
the broadcast because it would have been close. But man, you had a good view of it. Anthony slipped up pretty bad in 1 and 2. And it seemed like, man, without the guy, messing up, it was going to be almost impossible to pass.
Yeah, it was definitely going to be hard to pass if he didn't mess up. He just kept hitting his grooves just right, and yeah, it's just pretty hard to pass. Got locked down to the middle top there a little bit towards the end, and yeah.
Well, hey, man, in the fixed setups, not really much you can do except maybe dabble with the brakes a little bit. But I don't know if that was going to help you here much tonight. And you still brought home a P2. So hell of a job, Sammy. Or P3, I mean. Hell of a job, Sammy. Congratulations. Who you want to thank?
All the boys over at FTM, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop for working hard on that dig for us. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, obviously ShaggyTV, you for broadcasting, and Coast to Coast.
Hey, hell of a run, man. I appreciate all you guys showing up, dude. You guys put on a good one tonight. It was a lot of fun. Thanks.
Thank you, Shaggy.
Sam Bachman bringing home P3, and now we're gonna bring up the man who your teammate just ratted you out. So I'm gonna say it. If I'm driving that damn 32 car, Mike, you are parking it on my nose through 3 and 4, boy. Just because you guys run the same colors, you were nice, man. What was going through your head? I thought you were gonna send it in there. I mean, when Anthony slipped up coming out of 2. Dude, I thought it was yours. I was getting excited for you.
So I wasn't planning on it until he slipped up there a little bit. And I was like, okay, I got the momentum, and I pulled underneath him down the backstretch there, and I was gonna send it, but I don't know. I wasn't confident with it, and I didn't want to run it across his nose or make him check up or anything. Regretting it a little bit, not gonna lie, but
Well, yeah,
yeah.
it's one of those things, definitely. And I mean, it sucks. I say that all the time with you guys because, man, there is not one FTM driver who I would look at and say, man, they suck. They don't deserve to be there. I mean, you were running with a room full of quality guys, and you're going to be put in spots like that, man, where you got to maybe think about it. You can't go as hard. But at the end of the day, dude, I think you made a pretty smart move. This racetrack seemed difficult. Do you think you could have got it done without a slider? Because personally, with the way the racetrack was, man, I think you needed to be up top.
I think, and that's where I was running most of the race. I don't know if you noticed that, but those guys are running like this.
Yeah, they were running middle. I saw you having to get on the binders, especially going down the backstretch behind Sam, because they were running the middle 1 and 2, and you would get a huge run coming out of 2. And dude, you could see your nose. I was talking about it. You could see your nose drop down into the dirt. You're on the brakes that hard, man.
Yep, the runoff of 2 was crazy. It was a real fine line of taking the spoiler off and catching that grip up there, but I almost thought about running a couple more laps behind Murano and try to set him up for one. I wasn't expecting it to happen that fast, but that was the plan. If I could just keep the spoiler on it and stay consistent, I was gonna try it. I wasn't expecting it to happen that early.
Well, hey, man, at the end of the day, you know, P2, and you guys made it exciting. Full team podium. Now, you podiumed the last one, too, didn't you? You won.
Yeah, I got handed that win. I got real lucky with Murano.
You didn't hand that. That was Anthony. He needs to get the damn charger out.
Right?
Yeah,
but no, that's 2 podiums in a row.
Yeah, man.
And
Nothing
especially
wrong with that.
with the late model, because these guys are good with them, and I only run them every once in a while, and like halfway through that race, I'm like, shit, I might do something for these guys.
You know, obviously, you know, every car has their differences, but do you think they drive similar at all to like the big block or the small block, or are they totally different? How would you describe it?
I think these pros are pretty close to the big block. More snap. Like if you come out of the corner and you floor it, like I don't know, just like it throws you all over the place. It'll turn you right into the wall. Just the way that the rear ends are set. So, like,
see, that's why I asked you, because I thought I was crazy, but I really do think these handle similar to the big block. Like now, obviously the super lates now a little different, but these things, man, they seem pretty similar to me.
Those supers are their own beast. I can't drive them to save my butt.
No, me either, man. They're wild. I don't think you're ever on the hammer full way down. But anyway, Mike, you bring home a P2, dude. You got your family out there watching tonight. I know Uncle Ron was rooting you on. So hell of a run tonight, man. 2 podiums. Congratulations. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, thanks for all those guys watching and cheering. You know, it's pretty cool. They're out there every week watching. So, you for putting this on. Everybody at Coast to Coast. All the guys over at Full Throttle Motorsports. Dino over there, Dirt Car, Swan Speed Shop, Expert Installation, and everybody behind the scenes that makes this.
Well, hey, hell of a run, Mike. We'll send you down there. We'll pull up this jerk that beats you guys all the time.
All right.
Good run, Mike.
Thanks.
Mike Brewer bringing it home. P2, and now we're going to bring up the man. Quick time! Dude, I always forget. I always remember Sam's whip. But I always forget yours for some reason. The quick time. You'd think that would be hammered in my head. I know, and no offense to Sam, okay? You know, I wouldn't admit this on the record, but I think I hear yours a little more often than I hear Sam's.
Probably not anymore. He races in here more than I do.
Yeah, but it seems like every damn time you're racing in here, man, you're bringing home the win. If not for, well, I was in that race. It wasn't much of a race for me, but, man, if not for a VR issue, dude, you had a pretty dominant race car in that other one.
Yeah, that sucks. It's only like 3 or 4 to go, and VR quit on me. Just crapped out. I don't know. It happens. Something to try to look into more. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, dude, that's is the technology world. Oh man, these damn computer monitors. I had one blank out on me in a 24-hour race. And, they are no fun when you have those technical issues. But man, everything stayed good with you tonight, and you know, Sam kind of talked a little bit about it. He said that you mentioned to Mike, why didn't you do that? But when you had the slip up through 1 and 2, man, did you expect the slider? Because, boy, oh, boy, I thought it was on, Anthony, when you made that little mistake.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Mike didn't throw that one slider there. It was most likely just flat out expecting it to be coming and just never showed up. And he just yells, "Nope!" I'm like, "Yeah, that was your shot. You should have definitely taken it." But yeah, I goof up once in a while. I think I tagged the wall a little bit, or I entered a little low and just missed my line, and it cost me a little bit of momentum. So yeah, just one of those things. But I mean, it worked out. So keep plugging away. I think we got 5 wins in the late model, so we'll see how many more we can get.
Obviously, Anthony, different cars in, you know, I mean, not as many guys close to that big block, but I didn't really see guys running that middle as well as you guys were there through 1 and 2 in the big blocks. Did the track feel the same, or was it a little different?
Yeah, it actually felt very, very similar. Like that the line I was running the big blocks was like low, middle, and 1 and 2.
Okay, I was just too far back to know that's where you were running then.
Yeah, it was that was definitely where most of the speed was. Just had to keep the car really straight and roll the throttle nice and easy. It was pretty good. So it was definitely working in both cars. It wasn't really, I don't know, small block was kind of weird. It's more of a, you got to really use more momentum than horsepower. So, but yeah, all around it was, I was pretty much running closer to the same line almost all night, just a little lower in the 358 in both ends. But yeah, it was rather surprising how similar the tracks were. I mean, the 358 race was a lot of fun. You can really run the top, middle, bottom, and still make some headway. It was just really tough to pass because it gets so tight coming out of the corners.
Well, hey, man, I'm glad you were able to shake off that unfortunate luck there in the big block. We know you deserve that one, but sometimes, hey, man, just blame it on the motor, I guess. That's the only thing you can do. But, man, you're able to get right back in that headspace, man, and go out here and run basically 30 perfect laps, dude. Hell of a job tonight. Congratulations on the win, man. Who you want to thank?
I got to thank my wife, Sherry, the boys at FTM, Dean Super Car, Swan Speed Shop, Hi Mom Lens, DJ Sim Shop, Vertex Graphics, Expert Installation, ShaggyTV, Rocky Photography, Shaggy for not only sponsoring but broadcasting the division, and everyone at Coast to Coast that keeps everything going here.
Well, hey, man, hell of a run. And that kind of crap doesn't go unnoticed. You guys putting out the call for me and filling up this thing. It was exciting, the call tonight. I love the big fields, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing behind the scenes because you won't take credit for it, but I'll give it to you. And, man, without you FTM guys, this wouldn't be as much fun, and I appreciate you guys for that. Hell of a job tonight, Anthony.
Yeah, trying to get some more guys in here and fill this class up. I don't know. Maybe next season I'll talk and see about switching things up. Maybe getting doing maybe split division with 2 different cars or something. Try to get people to do something special or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we could get them on board, but that All-Star thing you guys did where you were rotating those cars, that was a lot of fun. Like if you could somehow get them
that was
on
a blast.
Board, yeah, and man, and then you're gonna come across things you suck in, but then you're gonna come across things you're really good in, and dude, that was a lot of fun to watch. Especially people out here probably won't believe me, man, but those limited late models, when you guys raced those, they were a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, that was fun at Oswego, right? That was a blast.
Yeah, that was good, man. Hopefully we can get them on board and do that because that would definitely be a lot of fun and a nice change. But hell of a job tonight, Anthony, and man, hopefully I'm talking to you again soon, brother.
All right, Shaggy, thanks a lot, buddy.
Anthony Morano bringing home the win here to wrap up Thursday Night Thunder. Man, this is bad. I want to say presented by Flatline Racing Bodies. I should know this, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have the script up tonight, so my apologies. I know I sponsor this one. I think Dino and the boys, FTM and them, they may sponsor the ones before. So if it is Full Throttle Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder, appreciate you boys. Venom's in on it. Appreciate the hell out of you guys too. And I know all the admins here. We appreciate all the guys that tune in, man. People like Uncle Ron, dude. You guys make it fun. The family being here makes it a lot of fun, and it makes this a lot more enjoyable. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around this long. I'm Zach Chapman from ShaggyTV saying so long and have a good night.